Hello everyone. Today we are going to read a story named A Baker from Goa. That is the part 1 of Glimpses of India, which is written by Lucio Rodriguez, who was born in the year 1916 and died in the year 1973. He was a great Konkan SST. His essays were published under the title name Soil and Soul. So the theme of the story is that it is a this story is a pen portrait of the Goa village baker who still has an important role in the society. And moreover, this here in through this story, the author recalls his childhood days and when Goa was ruled by the Portuguese people. So let's read the story A Baker from Goa. Our elders are often heard reminiscing nostalgically about these good old Portuguese days, the Portuguese and their famous loaves of bread. Reminiscing nostalgia means that thinking of pastly means this sentence takes us back to to Goa when Goa was ruled by the Portuguese. Those eaters of loaves might have vanished, but the makers are still there. Means the author here gives emphasis that though Portuguese are not now in Goa, they are not now living in Goa, but the bakers are still they are doing and they are exist in Goa. We still have amongst us the mixtures, the molders and those who bake the loaves. Means this culture is still going on in Goa. Those age old time tested furnaces still exist. Means all these things which are required to bake cakes, all these things furnaces where bakers usually used to bake cakes, still the furnaces are there in Goa. The fire in the furnaces has not yet been extinguished. Means still the bakers are still engaged in baking cakes. The jingle of the traditional baker's bamboo. Heralding means announcing his arrival in the morning can still be heard in some places. Still the bakers in the morning they are going and they are selling their bread to the people. Maybe the father is not alive, but the son still carries on the family profession. These bakers are even today known as padder in Goa. So this is important. These bakers are today they are known as padder in Goa. During our childhood in Goa, here in this paragraph, the author recalls his childhood days. So when he was a child, the baker used to be our friend, companion, and guide. So here the author wants to tell that he has a good bond with the bakers and their breads. He used to come at least twice a day. The bakers they usually comes twice a day. When he set out in the morning on his selling round, then again when he returned after emptying his huge basket. So how he used to come twice a day, that is one set out in the morning when he comes first to sell, then at the time of return. The jingling thought of his bamboo woke up us from sleep and we ran to meet and greet him. So the baker usually holds a bamboo stick and that he strikes on the ground so that it makes a sound and that gives a signal to everyone that he has come. So why was it so? Was it for the love of the loaf? Not at all. The loaves were brought by some Pascan and Bastin, the maid servant of the house. And what we longed for were those bread bangles which we choose carefully. So the maid servant they usually go and they bring loaves for the family, but the children they are very much attracted. They were very much attracted towards the that bread bangles, that is a ring shaped, means just like bangles, that is a ring shaped like biscuits, and the children they like that the most. Sometimes it was sweet bread of special make. The baker made his musical entry on the scene with the jang jang sound of the specially made bamboo staff. Staff means the stick. So he usually holds that a bamboo staff, that is a stick, and by striking on the ground it creates when he strikes on the ground it creates a jang jang sound. So means that children they understand that yes, now the baker has come and they will go and bring some loaves of bread from him. So one hand supported the basket on his head, so he usually keeps the basket on the head, and the other banged the bamboo on the ground. He would greet the lady of the house with good morning and then place his basket on the vertical bamboo. So when the baker sees the ladies, he usually greets the ladies with good morning and then place his basket on the vertical bamboo. We kids would be pushed aside. We means here the author and his friends. We kids should be pushed aside with a mild rebuke, and loaves would be delivered to the servant. So the servant, they usually the servants, they usually come and they collect bread, the loaves, and but we would not give up. But the children, they always want to see the loaves. They want to smell the fragrance of the loaves of bread. But they were not getting any chance, because the servants usually come and collect the loaves. So that's why it's written, so we would not give up, we would climb a bench on the parapet, that is a balcony type, and peep into the basket. Somehow I can still recall the typical fragrance of those loaves. So when they were not, the author and the children, his friends, they are not allowed to go nearby the baker, so they climb the parapet, and they from there they usually they try to smell the fragrance of the loaves for the elders, and the bangles for the children. The bangles, that is something little bit different, attractive for the children. Bangle shaped rings shaped bread. Then we did not even care to brush our teeth or wash our mouths properly. And why should we? So means here the author wants to tell that the loaves are so tasty, the bangles are so tasty, bangle shaped biscuits are so tasty that they sometimes forget to brush their teeth. And at the same time, he's telling that it's not required also. Who take the trouble of plucking the mango leaf for the toothbrush? At that time, how they are using mango leaf for brushing their teeth. So why was it necessary at all? The tiger never brushed the teeth. At the same time, the author proves here that the tiger never brushes his teeth. So another thing, hot tea would wash and clean up everything so nicely after. So he is also, the author describes that how that it will not brush every day. So we, after taking hot tea, it can clean our teeth. So next paragraph, marriages, the importance of loaves of bread has been described here in this paragraph. Marriage gifts are meaningless without the sweet bread known as the bowl. So that a sweet bread is known as bowl. Just as a party or a feast loses its charm without bread. So at the time of a marriage, a party, bowl plays a vital role at that time. Not enough can be said to show how important a baker can be for a village. So that time everybody asks for a baker and the loaves of bread. The lady of the house must prepare sandwiches on the occasion of a daughter's engagement. In the engagement of a daughter, so it's highly required to offer or to serve or to bring that is sandwiches. Cakes and bolinhas. Bolinhas means that coconut cookies type. Cakes and bolinhas are a must for the Christmas. So the time of Christmas celebration, these things are highly required. That is cakes and bolinhas as well as other festivals. Thus, the presence of a baker's furnace in the village is absolutely essential. As all these things are required at the time of a marriage, party, engagement, Christmas celebration. So everybody asks for, everybody needs a baker and his loaves of bread. So the baker and the bread seller of those days had a peculiar dress. Dress and gesture, how they usually, what they usually wear that time. Peculiar dress known as kabai. This is important, kabai. It was a single piece long frock reaching down to the knees. In our childhood, we saw bakers wearing a short and trouser which was shorter than full length ones and longer than half pants. So this is important. Even today, anyway, wears a half pant which reaches just below the knees invites the comment that he is dressed like a pedder. So in this stanza it has been described their dress sense, how they were wearing that time. The baker usually collected his bills. So the bakers, they sell the loaves of bread, and how they collect their money. So the baker usually collected his bills at the end of the month. Monthly accounts used to be recorded in some wall in pencil. So baking was indeed a profitable profession. So the author is still that time baker were means very rich, means that was a profitable profession in the old days. The baker and the family never stopped, means they were collecting, they were earning too much by selling loaves of bread. He and his family and his servant always looked happy, means this tells that they were getting a handsome salary, a handsome they were earning handsome money by selling loaves of bread. Happy and prosperous, their plump physique was an open testimony to this, means they looked like they were very fat and bulky. So this proves that they were also very happy. They used to eat too much also. Even today, any person with a jackfruit like physical appearance is easily compared to a baker. Means as a jackfruit looks like, it's a very bulky fat type. So they also look like that, bulky. The figure looks like that. Means this proves that they were very rich and they were very happy, and they were also prosperous. They were very happy at that time, because it was a profitable profession that time. So hope children you all enjoyed the baker from Goa. Thank you.